All right. What's it feel like to finally be done with fall camp and when you come back and be all Furman?
I mean, a little bit of relief. Get to enjoy like your normal life a little bit more. But then again, at the same time, you got to work on balancing your school life along with your personal life as well as football. So that'll, in a way, it's still a little bit of a struggle. But I mean, once again, it's a relief.
Where are you getting the most work at safety or out at nickel linebacker?
Mostly nickel linebacker, but I make sure I stay sharp on safety just in case for anything.
Where do you think you've made the most progress, not only personally but as a defense?
You said where did I?
You personally and the
or
defense
the whole
as a
defense.
Whole, both.
I think everybody, we all just like pretty much have the same vision, same focus. So we're all on the same page and we're all striving to get to the same thing.
Is this kind of the point where you start to get that itch a little bit to get focused on the season ahead and not just the camp part of it?
Yeah, most definitely. Just me and a few other guys were talking yesterday, like, wow, we play next week. Like, it's almost that time. It's time to get ready for this. Not that we haven't been getting ready, but now it's like really like zoom focus on one team.
You like where the state of the defense is right now?
Oh, most definitely. I think when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, we're definitely going to be ready. Just based off of our preparation and our grind that we've had.
You were here in 2016. Do you think this team has a chance to be that good?
I mean, I guess we're going to have to take it game by game. I can't really call it right now. But I would say we definitely have the tools. It just depends on if we're going to keep the focus.
What's that transition been like for you since the spring and the fall, going from safety to more linebacker and nickelback?
Well, I mean, my freshman year, I learned a little bit of it. It was just, once again, like a just-in-case factor. And last year, I continued to, like, stay on top of it just to make sure I knew it some. But now that I'm, like, fully transitioned into it, it made it a lot easier. And knowing both safety spots, it made it easier as well because the strong safety and the nickel kind of correspond with each other.
So it was more like you kind of dabbled in it in the past, but now it's your full focus?
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you.
How much of that, you being more there, I guess, hinges on guys establishing themselves as worthy backups of the two safety spots like Nolan and Denzel?
I would say it definitely gave Nolan and Denzel a chance to really step up and show what they can do. And this fall camp, they've both done like great, like wonderful, and I think that they're both going to be big factors in our defense this year.
What's been the hardest transition part for you, I guess? Is there anything in particular you feel like you really had to focus on?
Oh yeah, just like the techniques. There's a different technique for safety than there is for nickel, and just knowing where my help is at that position opposed to safety. Those were two of the biggest things that I had to really focus on.
Do you think it was more mental or physical?
Yeah, it's just definitely more mental. You just got to think at the nickel position. There's more you have to think about because, I mean, of course, you're more involved in the run game because you're closer, and it's shorter time to think because you're not as far back off the line.
Did you learn from Kendall at all last year? I'm not Kendall. Dorian at all last year?
Definitely, yeah.
Did you talk to him any?
Yeah, I do. But Dorian, he helped me a lot. Gave me some tips and pointers on how I could just better my craft at it.
What are the strengths that you've seen from Mike Jones Jr. and then where do you think you're still on the table for areas for him to improve?
Mike, he's a great athlete, but it's just he's just got a few little things that he's gonna have to work on, which is expected with him just getting here. It'll all come with experience and just more maturity in the game.
Any specific little things that come to mind?
Not off the top of my head.
Is that one of the hardest positions for a freshman like that to come in and learn, because so much of it depends on like what you were talking about, like awareness of what's behind you, and there's so many, I guess, variables?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it is hard to be a freshman and play that position just from going from high school to college and at a level like this. It's just not the same at all because, in high school it's just you kind of do this or this, but this is you got to do this or this if they're in this formation, or if they're in that formation you might have to do something different, like a different technique.
At what point did you feel like you were kind of starting to separate yourself as far as trying to get that starter role and stuff? And is there any kind of point where you feel like it all clicked for you?
Well, coming into this season, I just felt like I wanted to play more. So I mean, I put a lot of other things aside and just focused a lot more on football to make sure I could get the job done. But I mean, we'll see what happens.
Now that fall camp is over, and any of these freshmen, either offense or defense, that really caught your eye?
I mean, Justin Ross, of course, and Lynn J as well, Lynn J. Dixon. But Justin, he's going to be a big problem the more he matures.
What is one thing Justin's done, or is there one play that kind of everybody saw and went, wow?
His catch, it went viral. It was like on ESPN and everything. That's when we were all like, oh my God. I was like, I ain't seen that since Mike Williams, but that catch, it was pretty crazy.
How odd is it to see somebody like that, a receiver? How odd is it to see a receiver that sort of physically put together?
A receiver?
For a freshman. I'm talking about Justin.
You said, what is it like to see him physically put together?
How odd is it to see a freshman that physically imposing?
Oh, I mean, people like him don't really come around too often. Him and T as well. They don't really come around too often, but to have two of them, that's pretty scary, I thought. I'm like, it don't matter if you come in first string, second string, third string, they all gonna be a problem.
Feel like you guys still been holding your own against those guys?
Yeah, most definitely. But I mean, every day it's good competition. You never know. Like, you might get exposed if you don't come with your A game. So that's the only thing that's a little scary. But other than that, I think it's